Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Example number 2, internal rate of return. In this example, cost of the project is equal to 1,10,000, right? And these are the information regarding the inflow as well as the other information. These are the inflow. Year 1, years. Year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. Inflow for year 1 is 60,000. Inflow for year 2 is 20,000, inflow for year 3 is 10,000, and inflow for the year 4 is equal to amount of how much? 50,000. Calculate the internal rate of return. What is the difference between this example and the previous example? In the previous example, inflow were equal for the next several number of years. But in this example, inflow is not equal, so it is fine. Simply, we can find out, right? So if you remember, the steps, once again we have to go for those steps. What was the first step? The first step was to find out factor, right? In order to find out factor, what was the formula? Initial investment divided by average annual cash inflows, right? Average annual cash inflows. And in the case of the examples, if inflows are not equal like this, if inflows are not equal, first of all, you have to find out the average annual cash inflow. How to find out the average annual cash inflow? Average annual cash inflows are equal to total inflows, right? Total inflows divided by number of, divided by what? Divided by number of inflows, divided by number of inflows. Total of inflows divided by number of inflows. You can find out in this formula, right? So total of inflows divided by number of inflows. How we can find out? Let us find out like this. So this is equal to how much? Total of inflow. How much is total of inflow? 60 plus 20 become 80. 80 plus 10 become 90. 90 plus 50 become 1,40,000. Become how much? 1,40,000. Divided by number of inflows. 1 inflow, 2 inflow, 3 inflow, and 4 inflows. Divided by 4. So you get some amount. Equal to how much? 30,000. Now you can apply this formula, right? You can say the factor or F or factor is equal to initial investment. How much was initial investment? 1,10,000, right? 1,10,000 divided by average annual cash inflow. How much was average annual cash inflow? Average annual cash inflow is amount of 35,000. If you press the equal sign, you get some value. And of course, this is once again the value of the factor. And this one should be find out in present value of annuity table. Against which year? Against life of the project. Project is for how many years? For 4 years. So against 4 years, you have to find out this one. Now let us go in the table and find out. So year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4. In this column, you have to find out which value? This value. 3.14. 3.14 should be find out in the table. 3.9, 3.7, something like that. Go and find out, right? 3.6. So this value is 3.16 and this value is 3.1. Definitely 3.14 is in between these two rates. Go and above and find out the rate. Above this one rate is 10% and above this one rate is equal to how much? 11%. So we have to take these two rates, right? So one rate is 10 and the next rate is based on this information, we got two rates, huh? One rate equal to 10% and the second rate equal to how many percentage? Equal to 11%. So now we have to find out the NPVs. NPV for higher rate as well as NPV for the lower rate in order to find out two NPV, one NPV positive and one NPV negative. Let us first apply NPV for how many percentage? For 10%. But of course, our condition is that one NPV should positive, one NPV should be negative. If both NPV are positive and negative, definitely we will either increase the rate or decrease the rate, right? Let us first find out for 10%. So let us find out how much was the inflow for the first year. Do not take 35,000 for the next 4 years. You have to take this amount as an inflow. How much is inflow? Inflow for year 1, it is 60,000. Divided by, how much was the cost of capital? We take the cost of capital in this example at 10%. So 1.1 plus inflow for the next year is equal to how much? 20,000, right? So 20,000 again divided by 1.1 into power of 2, right? Plus the next one is 10,000 divided by 1.1 into power of 3. And for the next year, how much is the inflow for the last year? It is 50,000, right? So 50,000 divided by 1.1 into power of 4, right? Press the equal sign, you get some value. How much is the amount? Amount is 1,10,200 some 1,12,782, right? If you find out the NPV in this example, NPV is equal to, this is the amount, 1,12,738. 738 minus cost of the project was 1,10,000. If you press the equal sign, you get the amount. Of course, this amount is what? Positive. Next, apply the next rate, the Hello 1 percentage, in order to find out the negative NPV, right? So we hope to find out the negative NPV. Apply the NPV for how many percentage? For Hello 1 percentage, right? So apply this one. Again, 60,000, right? 60,000 divided by 1.11. And so the first year it is okay. For the second year, how much was the inflow? Inflow was 20,000 divided by 1.11 into power of 2, right? And for the next year, inflow is equal to 10,000 divided by 1.11 into power of 3. And for the next year, it is 50,000 divided by 1.11 into power of 4. Press the equal sign, you get some value, right? Again, find out the NPV. But our condition is this time NPV should be negative. So 1,10,000, 535, around, if you round off it, 535, right? Minus 1,10,000, you get the amount which is equal. Again, see this in this example, it is positive, right? Again, it is positive. If it is again positive, you have to increase the rate. You have to increase the rate, right? So let us say, for example, this time we want to increase the rate into 12%. With rate, we want to increase the rate into 12%. 12%. See the condition. If this is, for example, positive and this one is also positive, you have to increase the rate. If both of them are negative, then you have to decrease the rate, right? You have to decrease the rate until one NPV positive and the next NPV is negative, right? So with both of 10 and 12, Hello 1 NPV are positive, now we have to increase the rate, right? Increase to 12%. So next, apply NPV. NPV for how many percentage? For 12%, right? So these are the conditions that you have to do it definitely. For 12%, apply. Then again, you have to do the process. 60,000 divided by 1.12, and of course plus 20,000 for the next year divided by 1.12 into power of 2, and of course 10,000 divided by 1.12 into power of 3, and plus last one is 50,000 divided by 1.12 into power of 4. If you press the equal sign, you get some value. Again, in this example, if you find out NPV, NPV is equal to 1084.09. If you minus amount of 1,10,000, definitely you get a negative NPV. So now we got two NPV. One NPV is positive, negative, and one NPV is positive. So anytime if you want to find out the positive and negative, take two rates which are closer to this one. In this one now we don't want the 10%. Although this one is also positive, but this one is also positive. So we take the two amount which are just closer to each other. So this value is much closer as compared to this value to this amount, right? So two closer values should be taken. Now we have factors, we have positive and negative. Now we can apply the interpolation formula. What was the interpolation formula? IRR is equal to L plus. In this example, now L is equal to how many percentage? In this example, previously L was 10 and H was 11. So, but it was not working, so we have changed the rate. Now this one is equal to L and this rate is basically equal to H, right? So we got two rates. So this one is equal to L and this one is equal to H. So L is equal to how many percentage? L is equal to 11 percentage. So take it 11 percentage, 11 percentage plus, and take of course the bracket. How much is the present value at lower rate? Present value at lower rate is this one, 1,105.35 minus, how much was the cost of the project? Cost of the project is 1,10,000. Take a bracket and divide it. Again, take a bracket. P1 minus P2. P1 again, this one, 350, no, 535, right? Minus how much present value at lower rate? Present value at lower rate is this one, 108,409, right? So I can close it, and both should be multiplied to this one. There's 12 percentage minus 11 percentage, right? So then bracket close. Come down. IRR is equal to 11 percentage, right? 11 percentage plus how much? Find out this difference. If you find out this difference, so of course this is 535 divided by. So here 535 plus this amount. How we can find out this one? The difference between 1,110, 535 minus 108, right? This one, I mean, this one, 409. Press the equal sign, you get the difference. How much is the difference? Difference is 2126. And of course, both should be multiplied to the difference between these two rates. How many percentage? So it is 1%, right? 1%. Now press the equal sign. Although you get some value here, but I'm not sure about this value, so I'm going to go down, right? IRR is equal to 11 percentage plus 11 percentage plus how much? Plus this one, 535 divided by 2126. If you multiply to 1, so there's no a problem, so we can multiply it, right? This is the case. Now IRR is equal to 11 percentage plus this value. 11 percentage plus this value, you get some value. How much the value? So there's no, in this case you can find out. 11 percentage plus how much? Plus 0.3616 percentage, right? Plus the equal sign, you get how many percentage? 11 point something like that. So 11.36 is the cost of the internal rate of return, or we can say the IRR. We have found it, right? So in this way, you can calculate the IRR for different projects, and then you can compare. Now, if you have the cost of capital, you can compare this one with the cost of capital to decide whether the project to be accepted or to be